morning, guys. Welcome back to the shop. I'm sitting here in the 3D printing office. This is Cura, the newest version. I just installed this the other day. I hadn't updated versions, but anyway, I wanted to show you this gear that I printed. This goes on my G0704 grizzly mill, and I printed two of them. This is the second one. It's in PETG, which is a little bit more durable, I guess, than shoot, I can't think of the name of the common filament, and it's not as hard to print as ABS, and it's working really good so far. I don't expect it to last forever. In fact, I'm surprised it's gone as long as it has. I did some test passes with it, but it's working good. I'm going to do two videos here, so stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to show you the mill and the gear and a few things about that and how I installed it and what I think is important to look for. But I wanted to show you my settings here for PETG, and I'm using, I printed it on my little Monoprice Mini. It's the newer version, I guess. I don't know what, maybe there's a newer version than this now. I don't know. But that's the one I want on online. And thanks again to oh shoot, my brain's fried this morning. I'll think of his name. Thanks for the printer. I'm still using it, love it. Anyway, here's the settings in Cura. I hope this shows up okay. Sorry about the shaky handheld. But I wanted to show you settings that I did and things I think that matter. There are lots of other guys on the internet that know more about 3D printing than I do, but one of them that I found, or that I watched here a year ago or so, talked a lot about strength of prints, 3D prints, and what to do in your slicer to improve it. I think, if I remember everything right, that a lot of people commonly think that just increasing the infill will make a print stronger, and I think what I got from the videos is that that's not really the case. It's more about the wall thickness and the temperatures that you use to make sure that it's hot enough that each layer bonds well to the previous layer. So anyway, you can see here I changed the layer height to 0.2. The first one that I printed was 0.3, and so I know that, and I don't know what the sweet spot is. Chuck Hellebuck, I think is his name. It's C-E Charlie C-H-E-P. Yeah, I think that's what it is. He does Filament Friday. Great channel, you should go check him out. But anyway, he did a magic numbers video that you should look for, and it's got to do with the stepper motor and the pitch of the lead screw on your Z-axis and all that. I don't know what this is, but 0.2 is a little bit finer detail. Anyway, let's get going here. So layer height to 0.2. I'm just going to kind of run through my settings just so you can see, if you're going to try to print this, that you can use what I did or compare to what you got. Line width 0.3. It's hard for me to read this in video at the same time here. Top and bottom. Wall thickness, there you go. So that's 5 wall. The wall line count was 3 when I did it first. And I do a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do a rapid prototype. Like I wanted to just check the size of the gear and the bore. Make sure that the angle was right on the teeth, since this is not a straight cut spur gear. That kind of thing. So I don't mind printing it and don't expect it to work, but I use it as a prototype to test the fit. So anyway, there's I think this is important, really important here, is the 1.6 is a ratio of the width of the nozzle, so that gives me 5 walls instead of 3. I think that was a really big deal. Top and bottom layers is 8, because I wanted the plastic to be nearly solid around the edges, but it doesn't have to be solid infill. I think that's the whole takeaway from this video. So down here you see infill density was only 40 when I printed this. And then the temperature for this PETG, and I'll show you a shot of the roll here. It's just some stuff I got off Amazon. 240 degrees all the way through, 50 degrees on the bed. The flow is 100%. Retraction, I upped that a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of stringing, and it's not hurting the print, but you can tell when you see the print that it's got stringiness that it covers up on the next layer. But anyway, speed of 30, so I slowed it down a little bit. I think my prototype was 40, and this printer will do pretty good at 40 or 50 even. I think it'll even go faster than that. Travels. I had trouble with this print, so I lowered it down through the bed just a hair. When I just let it default and plop it down on the bed, it's like it was not sitting down solid on the print bed in the slicer, and so it was weird what it did with the skirt. So that's where you see your skirt 3 layers. So if it does something goofy, check that, because I think with the angle teeth it was doing something weird. So that's about it there on the settings. If you've got other questions, if you're going to try to print this and you're having trouble, I'm no expert, but I'd be happy to give you more detail about what I've got. Here's a shot of the label of that filament that I'm using. Solid black. And their suggested temperature is 230. I think I said 240 is what I used. But that's that. Another thing, just because it's laying here, I bought a couple of these digital calipers on Amazon the other day, and I like them. It's something that my other ones don't do or didn't have. It automatically turns on when you open it or close it, or move it, I guess. And it also has the fractions, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use that because it's weird. It's like, what does it goes way into a hard to read mode to me. Like, you know, you get these weird fractions. 1/28's the biggest one. I guess it's okay, but anyhow, I liked it because it had the automatic on and off. I didn't expect that, but that's what it does. That was kind of cool. Anyway, look for the next video. I'm going to stop this one here and upload this one, and then I'll shoot a second video just so I don't have to edit together. I do everything on my phone, and it's easier for me just to not have to edit. So stand by for the next one, and I'll show you the mill.